Have you ever been in a situation where everything she does feels just a little more? Like she remembers things you said weeks ago, shows up when it matters most, or suddenly goes quiet when you mention someone else. It's subtle, it's silent, but it screams emotions. Welcome to the world of unspoken love, where actions whisper what words are too afraid to say. Hi, I'm Amelia, and welcome to Wisdom Muse, the place where we uncover truths people try to hide. Today we're diving into something emotionally charged and deeply personal, 9 signs she is hiding deep feelings for you. You might think you're just imagining things, but what if you're not? Because when someone is fighting their emotions, they don't. Al was confess with words. They confess with patterns, their habits, their body language, their nervous laughter. Everything becomes a clue. So if you've ever asked yourself, does she like me more than she lets on? This video might just give you these words you've been looking for, the psychology of hidden feelings. Let's start with a question. Why do people hide their feelings? God, especially here when it comes to love, it's not always about playing hard to get. It's rooted in something deeper. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, fear of losing control. Some atoms fear of ruining something that already feels special. Women in particular, are often socially conditioned to mask their emotions. Don't seem too eager. Don't give your heart away. Don't be the one who cares more. These quiet rules are learned over time, and they shape how love is hidden rather than shown. Others the truth. Feelings, no matter how deep you bury them, always find their way to the surface. That's where Abanza's communication begins. Here's what she says. And then there's what she shows without realizing it. This is where you need to pay attention. Maybe she lingers a bit longer in conversation. Maybe her voice softens when she talks to you. Or maybe she remembers something you only mentioned once and brings it up weeks later. These are not coincidences. They are emotional signatures. Nanseo learned to decode them. You'll never look at your relationship the same way again. Stay with me because the next ends could change the way you see her forever. Sign number 1. She goes out of her way for you. Ask yourself this. Would Somio consistently make your life easier, better, smoother, if they didn't feel something more? One of the clearest and most underrated signs that she's hiding deep feelings for you is when she goes out of her way to do things that make your life better without being asked. This isn't about grand romantic gestures, showy declarations. It's about the quiet, consistent care. Maybe she brings you your favorite coffee without you ever telling her you needed one. Maybe notices when you're overwhelmed, and jumps in to help with advice, support, or just a calming presence. These aren't random acts of kindness. They're strategic, emotionally charged decisions that scream, I care about you, even if I can't say it out loud. But here's the key. It's not just about what she does. It's about how often she does it. If she's reliably showing up when you need her, even when it's inconvenient for her. She's not just being nice, she's being emotionally available through action. Why doesn't she just admit it? Because vulnerability is terrifying. She may fear rejection, may fear losing your respect, so instead, she communicates in the language of effort. Don't overlook these moments. They are often the most genuine form of affection, because they're driven at by obligation, but by emotion. Sign number Naru. She gets nervous around you. You've probably seen it or maybe even felt it. There's a shift in her energy when you walk in. Her words get tangled, her hands fidget, her eye contact flickers. Why? Because she's emotionally invested and her body is exposing the truth. Science explains this clearly. When we're around someone we're attracted to, our brain floods with chemicals. Like a dopamine, the feel-good chemical adrenaline, the thrill, the spark, oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This kank is racing heart, blushing cheeks, sweaty palms, and even clumsy behavior. She might overthink her responses. Laugh a little too hard at your jokes. Suddenly get quiet or distracted when you compliment her. It's not about buying about being emotionally unsteady in your presence. Her mind is trying to stay composed. Her emotions are pulling her in another direction. The result? Nervous energy. And nervous energy almost always signals romantic tension that hasn't been acknowledged. If she seems to act differently only around you, and it's a mix of excitement, awkwardness, and attentiveness, don't dismiss it. You've triggered something grill. Sin. Number 3, she remembers the small details. Let's be real. We don't remember what we didn't care about. So if she remembers little things you said, details thought of and you forgot about, it means you've taken up space in her mind and her heart. It could be your favorite type, off music. The book you said changed your life. A story about your childhood. You told her once. You might have thrown it out in passing, but she held on to it, like it was important because to her ITs. Why does this matter so much? Because emotional investment leads to focused attention. When she remembers tiniest fragments of your life, it's not about memory, it's about emotional priority. Here's the twist. She's not doing it to impress you. She does it naturally. 'Cause when you matter, tales stick. This kind of attentiveness is rare. It's intimate. It's unconscious. And most importantly, it's real. Sign number 4, she's deeply interested in your personal life. Let me ask you something. When's the last time someone asked about your dreams, not just your day?
No.
If she's consistently digging into your goals, values, beliefs, and even your past, that's no small talk. That's emotional intimacy in disguise. This goes far beyond how was your day. Instead, she asks what motivates you to do what you do. What was your childhood like? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? She's not just curious. She's connecting. Every question is her quiet way of saying, I want to understand you. They're all you. And it goes deeper. If Shay brings up things you told her weeks ago, wants updates, or if she'll show sympathy when you talk about your struggles, that's emotional labor. That's mental presence. And it's one-off, most overlooked signs of hidden feelings. But here's the catch. She won't always do this directly. Smedamasit shows up in jokes, subtle questions, or casual mentions. Because asking too deeply might reveal just how much Shetterly cares. So if she's invested in learning your story, your wounds, your hopes, don't ignore it. People only ask these things when they're thinking about a future with you in it. Sign number 5. She becomes jealous, but tries to hide it. This one is tricky and revealing. Jealousy doesn't always look like rage or possessiveness. In fact, the most telling jealousy is the one wrapped in silence. Let's say you casually mention Anathor woman, a coworker, a female friend. Someone new in your life, suddenly her vibe changes. Her tone tightens, she grows distant or unusual liquid. Maybe she asks questions, then changes the subject fast. Why? Because a jealousy is vulnerability. And for someone hiding their emotions, that vulnerability can feel threatening. She might say things like, oh, you gashong out a lot. She seems really cool. Beneath that smile, her mind is racing. Am I enough? I still have a chance? Is he interested in her? What you're seeing isn't insecurity, it's emotional investment. She cares, she doesn't want to admit it. So instead, her behavior slips through the cracks. And this is key. Healthy jealousy, when not manipulative, is actually a powerful indicator of emotional depth. It reveals that you matter enough for her to feel the sting off competition, even if she hides it well. Sign number 6. She finds reasons to bear on you. People don't just happen to be in your orbit over and over again. When someone likes you, they make space for you.
So look closer.
Ask yourself, is she suddenly interested in your hobbies? Is showing up to events even when she's snowed into them? Is she always finding reasons to check in? That's not a coincidence. That's proximity on purpose. Maybe she asks for help with something she probably could have donated herself. Share a meme or article, just start a conversation, sends a random message that turns into a 2-hour heart-to-heart. These are intentional, low-risk invitations to connect. Why does she do this? Because saying, "I want to be with you" might be too direct, but being near you, that's safe, that's familiar. And it's her way of slowly weaving herself into your life, hoping you'll feel the pull without her needing to say the words. Consistency is everything here. If she's always finding a way to stay connected, that's not by accident. That's because you've become her comfort zone. and possibly her emotional home. Sign number 7. She compliments you frequently and meaningfully. Let's talk about compliments. Not themedy ones, but the ones that make you pause and think, wow, she really sizzing. When someone is hiding deep feelings, they often express them in ways that feel safe. And compliments are one of the safest outlets for affection. Now, there are 2 types of compliments. Surface compliments. Nice shirt, cool haircut, soul-level compliments. You always know how to make people feel seen. You're the kind of person who stays calm when others would fall apart. Which ones does she give you? If her compliments focus on your character strengths, emotional intelligence, the way you make people feel, then she's doing more than praising you. She's admiring you. What makes these compliments even more powerful is that they often come unprompted. She's not fishing for validation. She's sharing truth. Truth that her heart won't allow her to hide. And sometimes these compliments are wrapped in humor or sarcasm to deflect attention, but if you listen closely, you'll hear the admiration every time. Remember this. People compliment what they value. If she's constantly praising who you are, not just how you look, it's because she sees you as something more than a friend. Sign number 8. She's protective of you, emotionally and socially. This one often gets overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful signs of hidden feelings. Let's be clear. Protectionist, always physical. Sometimes it's emotional. Sometimes it's psychological. Ask yourself, does she get upset when people criticize you? Does she defend you in subtle ways when you're not even in the room? Does she check in on you in you're stressed or unwell, emotionally or physically? This is deadest kindness. It's an instinct to guard what she cares about. When someone has deep feelings for you, they feel a natural responsibility for your well-being. They don't want to see your worth. They want you to succeed. And they often take on a quiet role of emotional bodyguard. Even when you don't ask for it, she might get irritated if you skip meals or overwork yourself. Send reminders to take care of your health. Get annoyed when someone treats you unfairly. These aren't controlling behaviors. They're protective impulses rooted in emotional connection. Because when you care deeply for someone, you worry in silence, even if you smile on the outside. Sign number 9. Her actions speak louder than her words. Let's end with this because this might be the most revealing sign of all. There's an old zing. People may lie with their words, but they tell the truth with their behavior. When someone is hiding deep feelings, their actions often become the loudest. Confession. Ask yourself, does she consistently show up when it matters? Has she rearranged her schedule just to be available for you? Has she surprised you with something thoughtful you didn't even know you needed? These gestures aren't random. They're sacrifices. They're intentional and they're fueled by something deeper. Fan friendship. Could be staying up late to help you when she has an early morning, driving across town, just to drop something off, sitting with you insolence when you don't have the words to explain your pain. These moments may seem small to the outside world, but they are acts of emotional loyalty. She may never say, I love you, but her actions might say, I'd do anything to see you okay. That's not politeness. That's not friendship. That's hidden love trying to break through the surface. So there you have it. The 9 signs she is hiding deep feelings for you. Decoded through the lens of dark psychology and emotional intelligence. From nervous energy and protective instincts to consistent actions that quietly scream devotion, these aren't just signs. They're emotional fingerprints. And if you've recognized even a few of these in someone you know, it might be time to look deeper and ask yourself, what if she's been waiting for me to see it all along? If this video gave you clarity, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. Which of these signs have AO experienced firsthand? Let's talk about it. Your story might help someone else find their truth too. Until next time, stay observant, stay intentional. Remember, the mind may protect what the heart hides, but the truth always finds a way out. This is Amelia, and you're watching